I realize now a couple of things, right? I realize now what led me to change my audio settings. It was Nikke. It was in fact Nikke. Now, it's been a minute since we've actually done Up the Hill Thursday in Nikke, and I actually want to kind of back it up a little bit, but since I gotta do my dailies today, and I didn't necessarily want to do them today, I decided, hey, let's do them. However, y'all, it started out bad before I even before I even started recording this. Dude, I took literally like 30 minutes for me to do anything. Now, why did it take me so long? The answer to answer your curious question that is pretty simply answered is called um uh my my files were apparently corrupted or something along those lines, and it wasn't just letting me load in. So it took me approximately, oh, look at that. It took me approximately, oh, look at that, 450. We're still at 450. Nice. It took me approximately 2 hours to try and log in. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. Oh my god, hold on. Dude, I have no idea what's been going on with my internet, but it's been bad. I don't know if it maybe it's something with my Wi-Fi card, or maybe it's something with my internet. I'm not sure. I don't think it's anything to do with my internet. I think at this point it's something to do with my laptop at this point. Now, I don't know exactly what it is, because it's been lagging all day. Now, let me actually turn off, or actually close my... Let me actually close my Firefox tab. Maybe it'll fix something. But yeah, I'm not sure, man. Like, I'm genuinely not sure what's been causing like this level of lag, and it's been so bad. Like, genuinely, it's been so bad. On every game, I lag, and I'm like thinking like maybe it's me, and sometimes it is. Sometimes, like at this point, I definitely think my system has reached kind of like the capacity, because I basically have it plugged into what I consider what do we call it? I have it hooked up to like literally just what do I call that? Like just straight up like not stasis, not dialysis. I have it hooked up to like I have I don't know what it's called. I have it on life support. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what it is, dude. I have my computer. At this point, my computer's been on life support for over like disconnected from the server. Okay, hold on a minute. Now y'all seeing that though, right? It's not just me. It's been having issues all day for the past 2 days. I genuinely think it's something with my. I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi card or what it is. At this point, I'm not too sure how to fix it. I might be able to fix it, but I think I definitely need like a new Wi-Fi card for whatever it's doing. Because if it's having this much issue, any interaction, any interaction between me and my computer has just been like bad. But the problem is, it says it could be part of an old system hardware glitch in the system. It doesn't. It's not giving me any actual error message. It's just randomly disconnecting from everything. It could also be my SSD. I would doubt it at this point. 770 gigs. It's like 10% free at the moment. It's fine. I don't know exactly what's causing it. Maybe it could also be that my computer's overheating at this point. It's been warm for literal like so long now. I definitely wish I could just kind of turn my fan on it, but I physically cannot. Oh, we actually dropped rank finally. Fuck me. Okay. I don't know. I guess. How much are we? 1.1 million. And I need to upgrade my characters a little bit more, but even then. Again, I keep running into issues where, like, too many characters gonna get released. I don't have enough time to build them up. But, I want every single one. Lovely. And the fact that it only gets ranked up to rank 3 is crazy, though. But, yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna get through this like it's nothing, but, like, man, I am so damn sick of this, like... Actually, let's I'm gonna settle down, right? Let's go from the beginning, right? I have had some of the worst experiences with internet over the past 2 days. And I'm not sure what the hell I did to fucking get internet this... It is not my internet, it's chilling in my laptop as far as I know. But it's just been, like, bad. It's been, like, absolutely the worst I've seen it just be. And I think partially it's probably because of my just the performance on it has been just pretty, like, abysmal. I also gotta get through this pretty fast as well, because I know for a fact that if I play any Persona song, we're gonna skip this. Actually, I wanna probably mute the audio. I would like to kind of mute the audio in this. Primarily because a fun fact, like, I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of Persona stuff is, like, heavily copyrighted that I just don't even want to touch that with a 10-foot pole, man. They did actually release a new minigame on this, but I also have not really remembered to do that one, but, we might do it next week. But... I did want to talk a little bit about it, because I wanted to talk about just the entire shit show that has been the Persona 5 landscape, as well as something else which has been kind of in my purview. For us Nikke lovers, right? For those people, those of us that enjoy some thick ass. No, honestly, for those of us that do enjoy kind of Nikke, just for what it is, right? For the game with the Auga or the damn. That's just thick. Damn, boy, that's thick. But no. Honestly, I need to lower the audio a little bit on this. But it's just for my ear. I think that we're kind of reaching a problem with censorship, and I'm getting a little bit irritated, cause, dude, they've been like, there's so much talks on it. They're already talking about probably basically like in snooping in your like my OS or like your OSs just by default. And like I understand there's like certain things that I understand, like, oh hey, you shouldn't really, if you have nothing to hide, then like that stuff was like that, yeah. But I'm like, dude, there's like a level of shame, right? Like, I don't want anybody catching my YouTube likes on Nikke, or my search history on the offsites or whatever, right? But the problem has been not so much that, like, hey, there's some level of censorship, because there's obviously going to be some level of censorship between different countries and stuff. But the problem is, it's been getting so bad that out of any game that I thought would have censorship, not once did I think it would be Nikke. Not once did I think Shift Up would do it. And there's been 2 cases where the company has gotten screwed. And don't get me wrong, I understand it. I understand people are like complaining. I'm like, oh, these are like X and Y age characters. I honestly don't know what the fuck you put them in here then. In all honesty. Because I don't want to have this fucking conversation like, hey, is this character legal or not? I'm like, that is not my job. My job is to play. Do they look good? Do they look nice? Are they missing something? I'm like, and the answer is sometimes yes, they're missing something. The character designs are missing an ass. And I'm gonna be so for real. I find that really funny. Because the first instances of me finding out Nikke was the whole shaking of that. That is the entire concept of the beginning of the game. That like, insert, if you're an assman, you're playing Nikke. But even setting that aside, I understand why they do it. Now the second problem I have with it is like, why would you even bother collabing? Like, I'll just straight up say it. To Persona 5 and Atlas games, right? To Sega, to Sony, to whoever owns these games, right? To whoever owns the copyright of them. I have no goddamn clue why you would even bother coming into the literal Gooner space and dropping, and just, like, basically that, right? Because, like, Nikke is like, hey, these are the parameters. They have to be flat. They can't be sexualized. I'm like, cool, I understand that part. Totally get it. Why would you pick Nikke? Look at this fucking dog shit. Man, come on. It keeps happening. I don't know what the hell's going on with this shit. I'll just let it play through. If I have to go from the home screen, that's whatever. But dude, what the hell am I supposed to do with this shit? Y'all are seeing this, right? I think I have to do that again. Yeah, I fucking completed it. God damn it. I don't know why it's having this much, like, jitteriness on because of my internet. I don't know what's causing it. I genuinely don't know. Off rip, I'm using like 10 gigs of memory right now. Do you want to hear something ridiculous, by the way? And I need to talk to you guys about this a little bit, because this was what I was going to use this for. I came in here to play Nikke because I have complaints. Not for Nikke specifically, but because I'm so sick. I am tired. I am tired of hearing complaints from other places that are around games like this. I'm tired of it. I'm genuinely so sick of it. I want to just play the game that I paid for, move on with my day, and then, you know, go back to just doing anything else. Playing my game, recording, playing video games, doing my thing, going to work, doing my thing. Just, or it could be nothing. I just thought it could just be doing nothing. But man, y'all know, y'all gotta know this, right? I can't sit and be okay with all this amount of dog shit. Oh, that looks cool though. Three, two, one is dead. Pop, pop, pop. Lovely. I think I gotta like calm down a little bit. But I've been so sick of I've been like genuinely so sick of just coming home, or not coming home, like waking up going through my YouTube stuff, and I see more, not, actually, yeah, it's just more complaints about this game, right? And I'm like, dude, I can deal with the complaints about, hey, this is such a, like, not safe for work game. I can deal with, like, hey, this is, like, not a game for kids. I'm like, I understand that. There's games for that type of stuff. If they exist for a reason. I enjoy the gacha aspect of it. Do you know what I enjoy more? I enjoy the story. I really like the story. I want to play the goddamn story. But, setting aside whether I want to play the story or not, now I get a complaint, right? Because I'm not actively pursuing and reading the story or watching or sitting down and enjoying the story. What ends up happening is that, okay, so I have boobs and ass to stare at all day, basically, which is not something bad to stare at all day. Maybe it is to a certain degree, but it's not literally, oh, this is nice to look at, basically, right? But the problem I have is, okay, Persona 5, didn't really care, wasn't planning on summoning on them, but I hear fellow content creators, and I hear like, hey, did you guys know they actually nerfed these characters? I'm like, what the hell do you mean nerfed them? And then I'm like, yeah, they actually made their butt smaller and like all the shenanigans smaller. I'm like, that's a kind of a weird complaint, but like it's like outright so bad, dude. Like from the front, they look fine. They look fine. Like I don't mind like a smaller thing. Like there's characters that have that type of frame. But then I go like, I'll be real with y'all. Like, I don't know if it's like, I doubt it's a paid thing, right? Okay, so that I don't mind if it's like that. Let's go like that. It's just, there's nothing there. Like the best one is kind of like the base outfit, right? If they go from the base outfit, it gets worse. Like, we're saying this, right? There's nothing. And I'm like, man. Like I've had better cake from anything but a collab like that before. I've had better collabs at times. Like I'll pull it up. Actually, hold on. What was the most recent one? Like the Phantom one? No. What was the most recent one? Do I have one when I obtained them? No. I wish I did. I think like one of the more recent ones. Let's do kind of like a niece. I bet a niece has like a better ass than she does. Oh, Laplas, the new one. I thought that was. I think even the base outfit on her. She's not meant to be like super lewd, right? See, this would be kind of like a great way to hide it if you're complaining about it, right? But for the people that are like those kinds of fans, or like real love Persona, I'm like, yeah, man, she was built different in the game. I'm like, it just sucks. Like, and like it's such a stupid thing. And I'm like, the character design is probably fine, the story is probably great, but as somebody that literally just doesn't give a shit, other than like character design wise, it just feels off because it kind of, again, character design wise, Nikke just doesn't feel like it fits. Like, I've had instances where that has happened, but it feels wrong. Like, for example, we have Cinderella here. We have her. Like, it doesn't have to be anything like super crazy. Like, it's just kind of like a slight, right, at a different angle. It feels full, and like my brain goes, damn. But I can't do that. And like I already didn't do that for like some characters, right? So like, take for example, Asuka Langley. I don't fuck with their like with these characters so much. Like, right? Me personally, I'm not a fan of them like doing this stuff. This I'm not a fan of. They're still fine, character design wise, especially in the UK. But the main thing for me is like, hey, does this look nice in front? Looks great. I think like she looks good. But this is another case of like, hey, they didn't do it for these guys. What's going on? Like, take for example, if a character, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable with it, I would just put another costume on it. That's what I would do. But if I like the character design, I'm like, okay, I'm all for the character design. I don't feel comfortable with like necessarily like the full outfit fucking shit. I feel like I like more like this outfit, which, to be honest, aesthetically it just looks nicer. In other words, it doesn't look as gooner. But if I'm here paying, say, I don't know, $500 or something on like on getting the character. Oh, hello. If I'm paying $500 for that, I would hope that I would at least get original character assets. Or like similar assets. Quite literally. Or, yeah, no, quite, illiterally. Or like, insinuatively, right? But, man, there's so many puns I can do, but, like, assets. But man, like, it's so stupid, dude. Like, honestly, it's a stupid complaint. I know. But it's also stupid. It's such a stupid complaint that, like, it shouldn't matter. Like, realistically, it shouldn't matter whether the characters have overly sized, good chongas. Like, and honestly, let's talk about another one. Love in Deep Space. I heard from my sister. She is a fellow gooner. Now, not like us, because we have way more games and that kind of prospect, because men like yada yada. But, haha, recently they had a controversy because they added a male character that a lot of their Chinese audience did not like. And instead of saying, hey, sorry, we won't release it to you guys because you guys are, like, not enjoying this, right? They decided to say, sorry about that, we're just gonna cancel the character. And instead of having, like, a new character for everybody to enjoy, like, you don't want any more husbandos, you don't want any more, there is so little space. Like, I'm so sick of some small complaints. Like, dude, if a I understand if you don't like, if, like, don't get me wrong, like, if they're adding more characters or more, like, one of the, I'll tell you another one, right? There's, like, 2 different places, right? The people that developed Love and Deep Space are the same people that developed, as far as I know, Infinity Nikke. Infinity Nikke was a specifically women-only game. It wasn't necessarily only for women, but it was kind of like cutesy. It was for outfits. It was enjoyable. It was an open exploration game. I don't know if y'all heard, but that game is practically dead. Now, why is it dead? I'm not saying that it's just kind of dead in the water, that has no money, it has no like players or stuff. But the problem is that game to me is practically dead. Now, I'm actually gonna check out. Right, I'm gonna go check out right now. It probably still is making revenue, right? It's probably making enough revenue that is probably fine. But the problem is not so much whether it's fine in revenue, but if in the social space, there's nobody really talking about it. If a game is socially dead, is the game really alive? That's the question. And if I look through it, Love and Deep Space, oh man, that is a chunk. So Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless Zone Zero are the top 3 games right now. Goddess of Victory Nikke, as of past July. Well, this is like a chunk of July, June, July, August, I think is what it is, right? So that was last month, right? So last month, Nikke made $27 million. And why are we comparing that? And the answer is pretty simple. Money talks. Money tells you if the game is dead or not. I don't see... I'm actually going to type in Infinite Nikke because I don't see it right here. 193 games. Control F. Infinity. It's a 24. It's a 24. Now, it's making money, but the problem is, if we're comparing Infinity Nikke and even Love and Deep Space, they drop down pretty significantly. Like, significantly enough that even combined, because they're, as far as I know, they're from the same company, they drop by a mile. Like, man, that's bad. And I think part of it has to do with like, hey, I think you're going in the wrong direction. I think the game is doing enough money that it's like, oh, it's making money kind of thing, right? But like, I'm not complaining. I'll be real with you. Seeing something drop down, it's not that it's low money, like it's not earning money, right? The problem is that every company has a peak, and I don't expect to be at its peak the longest. But if it has like its general revenue, like say it's like 10 million, I would expect to be at 10 million for like a while. But if you have such a massive fuck up, such as the amount of transactions, the amount of paywalled like skin, cosmetics, and all that shenanigans, getting absolutely just like hell. The problem, no, it wasn't just that, by the way. They revamped the entire story game. They killed the game because they were so obsessed with putting co-op in that game. Even though realistically the best bet is for you to play single player on a single player game. It's fine. You could have just made some story up. They revamped the entire story of Infinity Nikke and killed that on the spot. Having to redo a story after the game is released is absolutely fucking lunacy. Like, take for example, Wuthering Waves did that before. They did that. They reworked the story. Maybe they redid some of the parts in the beginning. It's fine if it looks better, if it sounds a little bit better. But if the story's close enough along the similar lines, it would remain one. That's one thing. If you entirely rework a story, you just said, hey, you guys know that all the stories that you guys just like, you did. Yeah, all that, absolutely worthless. We just wasted your time. And it's one thing having to redo that to working a mechanic. It was bad. Like, in my opinion, the rework of the story killed the game, alongside all the paid mechanics. The multi-co-op introduction was absolutely fucking one of the biggest piles of dog shit I ever did see in my entire life. For a company to basically throw themselves on the bus, it's insanity. Absolutely insanity. I don't understand why they do that. God, I'm like thirsty. But now that we built on that topic, right? We go back to Infinity Nikke is owned by the same company that owns Love and Deep Space. Now, why is Love and Deep Space in this same topic again? Because they're doing it. Every single company is somehow getting thrown under the bus. They're throwing some games under the bus because a particular set of people don't like it. And companies like don't get me wrong. It was a company side that did this. Nikke didn't do this. This was under the contract. Hey, do you guys want Persona 5? Yeah, you're gonna have to follow company guidelines. I'm like, right, that's fine. Now, I understand they'd accept this because it's like, hey, let's have Persona 5 on this, but like, guys, Nikke, come on. Or Nikke, come on. Like, come on, man. Like, we're playing the same game? Like, y'all, we're playing the same game? Like, come on, dude. Like, nah, like, you cannot be serious. Like, are we playing the same game? Like, this is not that egregious, right? Like, this is worse. We're not gonna leave it here. I would pay for that. 100% I would pay for that. I just wish this wasn't my free-to-play account. But it is. I just wish I had the option to just pay the outfit rather than get, like, extra shit on it. That'd be, like, helpful. Yeah, because honestly, 100%. I don't need the bonuses. I just need the outfit. Just give me the price on the outfit. I can move on, but fuck. All right, setting that aside, right? We have all of these complaints, all these little changes that have killed games before. I'm seeing a pattern lining up. Companies are changing a lot of like censorship stuff, and it's pissing me off because Stellar Blade 2, the Renaissance, is coming out soon. I don't know when, I don't know which year, but that's coming eventually. The same company that's doing that one is also having some censorship issues as well, and I'm getting a little bit worried. I'm getting a little bit worried about this at this point. Now, why am I... Oh, by the way, I think I have enough for this thing, actually, now. Yeah, let's go. 100, only 110? Okay. Oh my god! See what I mean? Like, come on. But yeah, no, I think I'm gonna end it soonish here. We actually did manage to get it. I think I need to swap back to the other one, but yeah, I didn't know I only needed 110. I thought I needed more. That's crazy. We have the last one. That's lovely. After landing 30 normal attacks, affects self, increases attack by 50%. So we finally have her favorite item maxed out, so that's pretty cool. So we can actually use her in our teams finally, so that's kind of cool. I think we could have already used her even at 2 out of 3 on her stuff, but I think we should be able to actually use her on teams now. So I think, I don't know if next week or when we'll be trying to kind of work out what teams to use and some stuff, because I've been looking forward to kind of having her maxed out soon, and I finally had the opportunity, so we'll be checking that out soon. I don't know. Synchronizing. I think I have a spare body on her. I know there's some people that I just have just straight up synchronizing here. I think one of them is here. But I think it's where I'm ended because I'm pretty tired, man. I'm actually just I'm tired of, like, honestly, I came in here with like a nice mindset, and it's like, dude, I'm so fucking tired of all this shit, dude. I'm tired, like, dude. I'll also just kind of drop in like another thing. I'm looking into finally buying the RAM. I might not buy like the 64 gigs that I have in mind, because that seems not necessarily over excessive, because I was looking into it, like 16 is kind of like the bare minimum nowadays, so I might end up just buying the 32 for now. So that's what I'm thinking about, because I can't really afford the 64 gigs I had in mind, because that is like $1,000, and even the 32 gigs ones is kind of ridiculous. I was looking at a couple of options, because you know, RAM expensive, but I think at this point my problem is, like, genuinely it's so stupidly expensive right now. God, I'm getting irritated looking at it, because I'm like, I need something to happen. I need like a company to show up and say like, hey guys, we have this, but like, I understand the infrastructure takes a long time. I understand it's a complicated fucking system. I know it's expensive, but there is physically no fucking way you can quintuple the fucking price without any fucking issues in, like, down the line. Like, manufacturers are already having these issues. Intel is already telling them, like, hey guys, we're gonna have to increase the prices. I'm like, I know you will. GPUs are gonna be more expensive at some point. Like, it's fucking stupid. Like, we're about to see like shit set on fire at this point. The market's already been on fire for the past like year. It's basically been a year since the RAM calculus began. Like, it's around October when we first saw like the sides of this, and suppose it's not gonna end up until 2028, which is ludicrous, mind you. We're like, what is it, like 2 months away? So we're in October, So August, September. So we're 2 months away from that. It's been almost a year since this entire shit started, and I'm so sick of that. But saying aside, thank you for joining me in this one. Have a wonderful day. I am about to log off because I am gonna look at. I'm gonna look at like pricing for like approximately half an hour, and I'm gonna finish up my video for tomorrow. So hope you guys have a wonderful day. Sorry I ranted. Thank you guys for joining me if you're joining me. I am looking forward to kind of playing a little bit more Nikke. I do plan on kind of doing storyboard Tuesday or whatever. But I think I had a specific name for it. If I look at my documents, date modified. Nope. Echoes to save data on it. I'm 7-1. No. Alright. Well, we'll leave it there. Man, I wanna continue some stuff. I'm pretty tired. It actually took me like 2 hours to just kind of figure out that stuff. It was so stupid. But saying this, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day. Stay solid and bye bye. Yeah, no, man. I find it so stupid. No, let me put Nikke on. On the fucking. Let me make the Nikke characters not Nikke or not as Nikke. That's so stupid, man. Alright, have a good one.